Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up, guys, wake up. And let me say, have a happy and safe Memorial Day. And understand that this weekend isn't about you going to the beach. That's not why Memorial Weekend or Memorial Day came about. Memorial Day is about all of the soldiers that gave the ultimate sacrifice so that way we could live in freedom. That's what this day is about. And I guess it's kind of fitting that we are going through something like this to help bring us back to those who are no longer here. And my thoughts and prayers goes out to everybody who has lost a loved one. And a heartfelt thank you for all those who have served, will serve, and are serving in the military. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you've done. This is a solemn day. One of the things I used to do was go down to Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder was hundreds of thousands of bikers that originally started because of POWs and missing in actions, that soldiers wanted to know what happened to their buddies and things, and they didn't want people to forget. But it had grown and grown and grown, and last year was actually the last one. And it was an amazing thing when you go down to the Pentagon and you see all these former soldiers, all these fans, all these people on motorcycles, literally for hours riding the GW Parkway from the Pentagon over Memorial Bridge into D.C. and out. And what I would do is I would start at the Pentagon and I would walk over Memorial Bridge and go over to the Vietnam Memorial, get different sites of all the soldiers, of all the people going through. And then I would come back over Memorial Bridge and go over to Arlington Cemetery. And that, when you go to Arlington Cemetery and you see those perfect rows of all the headstones, and you realize what was given up, it's a powerful thing. And we need to make sure we do not forget. So, here we are. We're 111 days, 9 hours, 18 minutes, and 15 seconds away from hopefully kick off the 2019 season. New York is going to allow training camps to open up. We're hearing that basketball is going to start a season in July from Walt Disney World. Now, I don't have the details, but I'm assuming that they're going to have the players in quarantine and they'll all be playing in that one location and stuff. So we're trying to get to a new normal, which is a great thing, and I'm hoping that we have football. I don't know how much, how far, or how well it's going to work, but I'm hopeful for anything that we can get for football this year. So one of the things, there's basically two topics out there. There's not a lot going on. We had Tiger and Phil and Peyton Manning and Tom Brady last night, which was good. It was fun. You could see Tiger Woods got serious there for a minute there. Tiger, this meant a whole lot too. And, when it was over, he's like, yeah, it's all great and all that. But you could see that Tiger Woods, and he looks like he's really in great shape right now too. Definitely wanted it more. I think, but be that as it may. The only other subjects, of course, are Dak Prescott and his contract and the Cowboys with Jamel Adams. Well, as we look back on the 2019 season, one of the things that the Dallas Cowboys did that was very New England-esque, that is a way that football has evolved. The Cowboys did something last year that they didn't normally do. They went through and they signed a lot of free agents. They made a trade for Robert Quinn. A lot of people looked at that like, Robert Quinn, dude's old. His numbers are going downhill. And they signed him to a one-year deal. And the same thing with Randall Cobb. They brought him in there, aging veteran and things. And see, this is what New England does. New England goes through and basically they say, hey, you know, you may have had a couple down years. We're going to sign you to a contract. We're going to fit you in a role. We're going to be able to resurrect your career, and you can go on and get a whole bunch of money elsewhere. You can look at a guy like Trey Flowers. That's exactly what he did. Got big time money. And they continue to do this, and there's a reason behind this. And you say, well, why don't they hold on to him? Because there's a thing called compensatory picks. New England has been living on compensatory picks forever. If you look at New England's roster, they don't usually have a lot of Pro Bowl players, but they have a lot of really good ones. And it's because they're usually getting 10, 11, 12 draft picks every draft. They max out on compensatory picks. Now, a lot of people, the talking heads are out there, well, the Cowboys, they didn't pay Byron Jones. They lost him. He's a big hole. But is he? I'm not sure Byron Jones fit the new philosophy. You might be a great player, but you might not work in what I'm looking to do. And I think the change of philosophy is, you know, a guy that is a good cover corner, but he's not an attacking corner. He's not a ball hawker. Might not necessarily fit what Mike Nolan was going to do. Because there was no second thought. There was no, hey, let's talk about this and see if we can work out something, you know, but they basically was just like, bye. And you look at that and say, man, we lost Byron Jones. But in return, these are early projections, but we'll get a third-round draft pick for Byron Jones. Okay, that's something. In the past, we've had players like DeMarcus Ware. We end up cutting him. We get nothing in return. We have some of you saying, you know, let Dak walk. Let him walk. You need to get something back. What are you kidding me? You don't let value go. You got to understand, you make your money when they come in, and you can make your money when they go out. So with Byron Jones, you get a third. With Robert Quinn, it's looking like we're going to get a fourth-round pick, right? A third and a fourth, right there. With Randall Cobb, we should be getting a fifth-round compensatory pick. And even Jeff Heath, that's right, Jeff Heath, we may get a seventh. We may get 4 additional draft picks. That's pretty good. A third, a fourth, a fifth, and a seventh? Wow. That's like money in the bank. And see, that's where a team like New England, who doesn't always get the first round picks great, but they are a master of finding guys late in the draft, and that's where they usually have lots of picks. So shout out to the Dallas Cowboys for having the vision to understand we're better off having guys in proven years. And you can see them continuing that trend. Dontari Poe was a 1-year deal. Aldon Smith, 1-year deal. Let's say Aldon Smith comes out and becomes a terror. Let's say he gets 10 sacks. And you decide, we don't want to pay him that. He goes. You got a pick for $3 million. Or $4 million if he maxes out his deal. And this is another way of getting more talent on your team. So as we go through here and we think about Jamel Adams, apparently what the Jets wanted last year was a first and a third. Well, it's not quite as bad when you know that you're getting a third-round pick for Byron Jones. So it's not really costing you as much as it sounds. You're still giving up a first-round pick. If you think that your team, this is the key, if you think that your team is going to be a great team, a team that could go deep in the playoffs or a Super Bowl, then you're starting to look at the pick and saying, okay, if we make the playoffs, we're 20 plus as far as our pick. If we go really deep, maybe we're like 25 or deeper. In which case, then, that pick isn't quite as much. You follow what I'm saying? You know, when you start getting 28, 29, you're really almost a second-round pick. You're not getting the impact players that you are on the top 15 or so. So from the standpoint of that, you say, okay, Jamel Adams is only 24. He is a safety, which is a devalued position, but for the Dallas Cowboys, you know, controlling the middle of the field is key, and we have not had a guy who really, really does that for a short period of time, Roy Williams. Before that, it was Woodson. And you can kind of say this would be the opportunity to really turn the page on the defense. Now, I know people are going to say, well, you're flip-flopping because you were saying not to go. Okay, listen, I'm trying to give you both points of view. The argument's both ways. I'm not the one that has to make this call. But you want to look at a situation, you want to look at a problem from as many facets as you can, because that will make you able to make a better call when it's all said and done. If it's going to be that you believe that your team is going to have a great run, if you believe your schedule is soft enough, if you believe that you've got the right players and the coaches and stuff, if you believe that there's a window for you to make a run, and you look and say, running backs, fourth years when they start going downhill. You're now in Zeke Elliott's fifth year. Dak Prescott, he's been improving. You've got great weapons on the offensive side. You've got to change. And you have the element of surprise because you're changing from an old system to a different one. And teams aren't going to necessarily know what you're going to do. These are advantages that you have. So, you could kind of say Byron Jones may have opened up the door for Jamel Adams to be able to come to the Dallas Cowboys. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I don't think that the Cowboys will rush necessarily into this one, although I have heard rumors that Baltimore is interested in him as well. But Jamel Adams, who has a house, I think, in Dallas, who works out in the area in the offseason, has made it known that he wants to be in Dallas. The final piece of this, of course, is $15 million a year for a safety is what he's probably looking at. Will he take a discount? I don't know, but we'll discuss that at a later time. Right now, I got some racks I got to go take care of. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. And don't forget what this day is all about. I'll see you soon.